Widow of mob violence victim Nazir Masih passes away, laid to rest in Sargodha. Sargodha, June 21. Allah Rakhi, the widow of Nazir Masih, passed away on June 21 due to ill health at the age of 70. Her funeral rites were conducted on Friday night in Mujahid Colony, with a large gathering of Christian elders, local leaders and community members paying their respects. Allah Rakhi was laid to rest beside her late husband in the local Gul Wali cemetery. A memorial service will be held at the family's residence on Saturday at noon. Christian labourer murdered amid legal dispute in Sheikhupura. On June 15, 2024, Christian labourer Finhas Masih, 45, was shot dead by armed men in Kot Abdul Malik, Sheikhupura, following a legal dispute. Masih, who worked to support his family, had helped a friend file a case against the suspects, resulting in theft and harassment threats. The attackers ambushed Masih near his home, leaving him fatally wounded. The community is demanding justice and better protection for those standing against criminal activities. Supreme Court orders the formation of National Council for Minorities' Rights. The Supreme Court of Pakistan ordered the creation of a National Council for Minorities' Rights to enhance protection and promotion of minority rights. This follows the 2014 ruling by former Chief Justice Tassadak Hussain Jilani, emphasising safeguarding minorities from discrimination and violence. The Council will monitor minority rights, recommend policies, ensure job quotas, and address hate speech. The court also called for a special police force to protect minority worship places and highlighted the urgent need for these measures. Parents of kidnapped Christian girl Laiba threaten self-immolation if she is not returned. Laiba Sohail, an 11-year-old Christian girl from Faisalabad, was abducted, forcibly converted to Islam, and married off. Despite police efforts, her family, diabetic parents Sohail and Balkis, faces immense grief and frustration over her loss. The community demands stronger enforcement of child protection laws, highlighting the ongoing persecution of Christian and Hindu girls. In desperation, her parents considered self-immolation, calling for urgent government action to secure Laiba's safe return. Tragic deaths of 6 sanitary workers highlight lack of safety measures. 6 sanitary workers died due to inadequate safety equipment while cleaning disposal systems, sparking outrage and calls for better conditions. On June 11th, 3 workers in Hyderabad, Sindh, died from asphyxia, prompting protests. Compensation was announced and a committee formed to investigate. Similarly, in Palwal, Sargodha, 3 workers died from toxic gas exposure. Protests and demands for better safety measures continue as the government faces pressure to address these issues urgently. Pakistani Christian delegation meets European Parliament members to address human rights concerns. A delegation of Pakistani Christians met with European Parliament members in Brussels to discuss human rights violations in Pakistan. They highlighted issues like the misuse of blasphemy laws and forced conversions. The delegation presented a petition detailing these abuses and urged the European Parliament to advocate for minority protections. The meeting aimed to raise international awareness and seek support for the Pakistani Christian community. Suspects in Sagota mob attack granted bail amid ongoing protests for justice for Nazir Masih. The Special Anti-Terrorism Court in Sargodha granted bail to 52 suspects involved in the mob attack and subsequent death of Nazir Masih. This decision has sparked protests among human rights activists and the Christian community. On May 25th, a mob attacked Masih's residence over false blasphemy accusations, resulting in his death on June 3rd. Human rights organisations are calling for rigorous judicial proceedings and better protections for minorities. Christian youth beaten to death by factory owners, grieving parents demand justice for their son. Finhas Masih, 18, was brutally beaten to death by factory owners in Sanda, Lahore. The incident, reported by his father Salamat Masih, sparked community outrage. Finhas, tied up and beaten with plastic pipes, succumbed to his injuries. Despite an FIR, no arrests have been made. The community demands justice and stronger worker protections. The incident highlights the urgent need for child labour law enforcement and improved working conditions in Pakistan.